Slowly, justice for Mohbad started making sense, although it was a painful journey, a journey that caused a lot of people anguish. It depressed people, but then it taught so many lessons. It gave them insight, deep insights into life. And also, it made people realize the partner that they are with. Well, justice for Mohbad was about to come to an end. I mean, without answers. Not until the God of justice prompted human beings to go ahead and here we are today. More expose. What you're about to see, what you're about to hear, it is deep. It is so deep. The roles or the role of a lot of people before, during and after the demise of Mohbad, it will shock you. It will shock you beyond your own thought. Well, without wasting much of your time on this one, please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with that love icon, the $sign, we love you. May God bless you. May God replenish your pocket. If you have a justice and you like what we do here, you can as well tap on that button that says thanks. Still on justice for Mohbad, like I said, this is shocking. This is shocking. What has been discovered is shocking. And if you have observed, whenever it seems justice for Mohbad sort of is kind of coming to an end, maybe blockages here and there, something propels something, like an explosion. And the journey of justice begins again with speed and precision. And that is exactly what is happening right now. Let us get right into it.
She still went out to release the audio, and she wants her name to be cleared. Oh, tell her about it. Kí ló tí bàbá yẹn ò ṣe lọ sọ fáwọn báyìí tó ń put her on the spot. Come and get put, because it could be that what she eventually did, Tashiri or any of them by choose láti sọ̀rọ̀, or tàdúrà bá ṣe tán, àdúrà yẹn rẹ̀ pé àdúrà ló ní link láti jẹ́wọ́ nǹkan tí Kàrímọ́ ṣe. Tàdúrà bá dẹ̀ fi lè sọ gbàm, it might lead to her repatriation. They might have to deport her and let her to come and face the crime she committed. But we are going to get there very shortly. We are going to get there. And here for Kobale, Bogo tin get along. And to my loju that we are so close. But we're tin loju, you keep kudos to everybody. You have to give kudos to yourself. Put your hand to your chest and say, I am a citizen of this country and I'm fighting the right fight. Because at the end of the day, manipulations, machinery stolo, turned down in the so it took the effort of all of us to redirect the ship. And we are about to sail to the shore. So Marco Bewadi, Emma, don't be weary. Let's stay focused. àwa tajà débi Ọlọ́run aláṣepé lọ́rùn.
Yes o.
Gbogbo ọdún lẹ̀ ìjọ́ wo láti gbóhùn blessing lẹ́yìn ìjọ́ wo láti gbóhùn ẹ̀ we didn't hear them.
At all.
Gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ ká mọ̀ so gbogbo nǹkan tó máa break the chain of injustice and don't be surprised most of these rogue police officers don't engage by now they will be like we have to lay back because though some of them will be fighting catching our matching but it's still very simple and clear ọlọ́pàá náà only tó mi bá pọ̀ mú ẹ èmi náà ló máa padà lò àwọn náà ló máa padà correct and bring justice for Mohbad and we get out of this old mess so that's my own take pẹ̀lú nǹkan tẹ́mi gbọ́ yìí no not some be position of power blessing ẹ wà articulate tó yìí ó lè sọ̀rọ̀.
Àbí ọgùn Yomi abẹ́rẹ́ tóun ẹ̀ jáde garangaran gidi.
So àdúrà yẹn làánú mi kàn ṣe I don't know the role he played I don't know if I don't just know but I know certainly that whatever the case may be if we pursue this particular case holistically the way we are now we are starting on the right foot. The real police officers that are interested in getting this case are now ready. But we all need to come together. We need to come out. A peaceful demonstration, not even a protest. A peaceful demonstration on the 11th and 12th is crucial. It's Omar reactivated. Bearing in mind that God has blessed us with what Very Dark Man did. He has assisted with his platform to gain the audience of the entire nation. But that's social media. We need physical presence offline so that the police and the justice system will understand the fact that we need justice. The public wants to correct themselves. They want, none of us wants the negativity of this whole stuff. And it became it is almost looking like 98%. Nairamarly has no hand in this. Because all these things can never be to cover up for Nairamarly. Is to cover up for themselves. And it is almost looking obvious that they took advantage of the conflict, the disagreement in Nairamarly at Mohbad, which is a business disagreement, to pin this whole nonsense on him. But everybody will learn too. He also would have learned his lessons that certain things immediately to bati shele to ba se ngbo gbegbe ko ba ba ogbe ni if they say carry immediately don't say abi this abi that full has reached your heart one small thing like this you are off the cliff because in his own mind he might have thought nothing can ever happen to him. Nothing can ever happen. You might have followers, look at millions of followers there. It's as if he's an upcoming at a point. You understand? It's as if he's an upcoming at some point. That is how dangerous it is. When things are happening and you refuse to react or act immediately and say, I have to give room for posterity. So everybody will learn and certainly things will get better as we go forward. We are going to the last phase. We are going to the last phase and we will deliver on this mandate by this. All of us, we are on it. We don't expect too much crowd. Those that are resolute, that can do, we will get to the root of this. All of them will be questioned. All of them. Question, drill. But all of them. So, thank you.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Wallahi Karimo kò ní stress ààrẹ Karimo stress ààrẹ gan láti fẹ́ cover mess ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín. Okay, ìgbà tí group àti ọ̀rọ̀ group admin tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ǹjẹ́ rí Karimo kó bọ́ta kó ti show lórí group chat yẹn kò bọ́ta kò ti show ẹ̀yọ kan lórí group chat yẹn wá ìtẹ́pẹ́ àná tí ìjẹta tí wọ́n wá jáde pẹ̀lú full evidence pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ṣe láti 2019 tó wá gbé jáde òun ni Karimo wá fẹ́ ṣe damage control.
òun lábẹ́ hypertension wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mú wọn.
Abẹ́sọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní mú wọ́n fẹ́ damage control nìyẹn kò tún wá sọ nípa ibi tó tíyẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi àkáǹtì lẹ̀ gba owó Mohbad. Wọ́n sọ pé Mohbad ra mọ́tò ní Mohbad ò mú nǹkan kan kúrò lè Nairamarly kò mú.
now ẹ sáré gbọ́ kinní kan wọ́n ti lọ bá wá ibi tó ti gbọ́ kinní kan tí Kàrímọ́ sọ ń bì mò ń bọ̀ ẹ̀ sáyé gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ ń bì.
WVAP. Love music, love freedom.
Mode.
Táwọn ẹbí bàbá mi ò fẹ́ kò ní dé bá wọn. Àṣìfẹ́ ìyàwó ní ìyàwó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lè sọ fẹ́ èèyàn náà, sọ yára yóò balẹ̀, ẹ máa lọ máa drag àti ìyàbọ̀ mọ̀ sí o. Bàbá rán ọmọ iṣẹ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ jẹ́ṣẹ́ tí bàbá rán wọn. Mo dẹ̀ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀, mo dẹ̀ béèrè. Oníṣẹ́ àkáǹtì yìí wà. Oníṣẹ́ àkáǹtì yóò bá sí fìgbésí ayé ẹ̀ búra àti kí ìyá ẹ̀ náà fìgbésí ayé ẹ̀ sì búra àti kókó sàkáǹtì kọ̀ọ̀kan láàrin ìwà àti ìyá ẹ̀. Mo ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu tó bá jẹ́ pé mo mọ̀ ó sọ̀rọ̀ ni mo máa change tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì yàwù mi máa lè fi yàwù mi gbọ́dọ̀ pé ó yá ẹ lọ yanjú nǹkan tẹ̀ sí dálẹ̀ fún mi nínú ohun yẹn. Mo máa lọ́yà ẹ padà sí Nàìjíríà ẹ lọ yanjú nǹkan tẹ̀ dálẹ̀. When we got to Paris, my father told me, if there is a way you can change your ticket, change your ticket. Let her go and face the consequence of what she created. That's what my father told me. But just because I'm already in Paris and I need to see my project in Nigeria, that's why I didn't go back. And to actually can change láti Paris, owó yẹn máa pọ̀. Torí ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ilé ìṣiṣẹ́. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó mọ̀ sẹ́mi náà, gbogbo owó tẹ̀ ń fa fẹ́mi náà, about everything wọ́n sí mi. You said you want to drag my father. My father is a reputable person, a man of.
Mọ́mí ẹ̀ mi pọ̀ sí i.
Ṣé mo kọ́ tí Kàrímọ́ tó àti sọ ń bì? Bàbá ti kọ́kọ́ sọ fún wa tẹ́lẹ̀ pé àkáǹtì kan wà tí Wunmi fi ń gba owó lọ́dọ̀ Nairamarly. Kàrímọ́ wá jáde wá jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé àkáǹtì yẹn wà in existence. So nǹkan tó ń tó àti sọ ń bì nìyẹn. Uncle Yomi.
Ṣé mọ̀ pé there is an open pathway to forgery and OBT and financial fraud here because kò sí bóyá fẹ́ lo account yẹn ìyá yẹn ò ṣe business pẹ̀lú Nairamarly and whatever stuff ohun tó ti lè mú wọn ohun tó bá máa mú wọn kọ́ máa mú Mohbad tó jẹ́ artist tó fẹ́ máa lo account yẹn wọ́n ti tọwọ́ bọ brain ẹ̀. Bí ìgbà tó yẹ kó olúgbòhùn.
Ọ̀hún ọ̀hún tó possible kẹ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí kí wọ́n máa sanwó yín sákàǹtì mọ́mì Kóredé ni.
Mo sọ fún yín pé so ohun tó lè fẹ́ parọ́ tó lè fẹ́ sọ I have to be honest with you ohun tó lè fẹ́ sọ ni pé which tí ò ń ṣe owó yahoo kánówó yahoo sí a lè sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ trace ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ Mohbad
yà.
But ó fẹ́ gba owó orin
royalty ẹ̀.
Báwo ló ṣe máa present àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ sàn ìyá yà definitely ìyá yẹn náà wọ́n jọ lọ ṣí fake account yẹn.
Ọwọ́ ìyá gan ò mọ́.
Those are basis for criminal investigation. Ọmọ yìí sọ pé tábà máa wọnú dock tábà máa kó ogbó wọn yẹn ẹ má wá surprise gbogbo èèyàn tó máa wà nínú dock ẹ wá realize pé ìjọba máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe case Mohbad gangan the real justice for Mohbad ẹ realize pé our public la máa dàbí ẹbí Mohbad táwa ń bì àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ gangan kò sí tó máa ní moral rights bóyá àwọn extended family o tó máa lè dúró and this is the first case in this country that almost the entire family will be the defendants and the public will be the family of that person and that will reshape the justice reputation of this country and Nigeria is now becoming a clean country whereby they fight and stand for one another. Then rubbish stuff you are because all these embassies over this case here and they will start saying when it comes to justice the Nigerian society is now alive to their responsibility. One feel emotions more. One fear, one tell emotions, but one thing correct around. ẹ rí pé brain Nigerians máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣí any case tó bá ń bọ́ sí dancing wọ́n máa farabalẹ̀ àtẹni tó kàwé o àtẹni tí ó kàwé o àtẹni tó ní celebrity o everyone farabalẹ̀ pé mo kó o máa lápá you cannot if evil as such must prove you can't just go out and accuse somebody or because somebody is trying to play back. You take your time, and the more Nigerians begin to take their time, they begin to ask, what is my right? What do I do? And for Nigerians to know their rights, we'll start fixing this country for good. And then our children start having a better life, including ourselves. That is the miracle that we need. That is the healing that we need. So I am going to that area that kò ń ṣe ojú lásán ni Mohbad ara àyà tí Nairamarly dẹ̀ ń jẹ. Part of the things he is suffering from is the audacity because ẹ bá gbọ́ audio tẹ play tí Mohbad fi ń bá manager kan sọ̀rọ̀. Maybe you guys did not observe. I forensically listened. Mo gbọ́ ohun èèyàn kan tó sọ ohun tí Mohbad máa sọ lábẹ́ fún. Go back and listen. God bless you.
Uncle Yomi, èmi náà gbọ́ Wunmi sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́ ó sọ̀rọ̀ lóhùn pé ní sùúrù náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èmi náà gbọ́.
Wunmi ló manipulate ayé Mohbad.
And the tweet and everything.
Uncle Yomi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún rán yín létí ẹ mọ̀ yìí pé nígbà tí Nairamarly ló ń bọ̀ nígbà tí àwọn tí wọ́n lọ ká wọn mọ́lé yẹn EFCC tán lọ ká wọn mọ́lé tó ní wọ́n dá dúró sọ́spítù yẹn tó land sọ́spítù tó lọ bá lọ́spítù tó fi ń rìkọ́dì pé àdúrà dàrósà àwọn èèyàn yẹn ń sọ ń bẹ̀ yìí pé wọn kì í pẹ́ bọ́n ṣe tira mọ́lé yẹn ó ti pẹ́ yìí pé ó ń fún ní ó ń gbà ní nǹkan kan lórí nínú ilé ó pẹ́ níbẹ̀ lọ gbọ́ àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ lábẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn pé wọn ì pẹ́ tó bẹ̀ yẹn nínú ilé eléyìí pẹ́ pípẹ́ tó máa ṣí Mohbad lẹ̀ ni Mohbad ni ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣe wọ́nranwọ̀nran yẹn tó fi ń sọ ìsọkúsọ yẹn ẹ lọ gbọ́ fídíò yẹn dáadáa tó nígbà tó ń bọ̀ láti Amẹ́ríkà hospital tí wọ́n gbé Mohbad sí ló ń lọ straight but bóyá ló ń bá Wunmi ni bóyá ò rí Wunmi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ààrẹ bóyá ò yé mi.
Meanwhile, in that conversation with that manager, Mohbad was maintaining, I've been to hospital and I want to go to hospital again. How come Wunmi máa sọ fún wa? Yes, if tá a bá gbọ́ lẹ́nu Mohbad fún rẹ̀ ipe he loved to go to hospital, he believed in the hospital treatment. Now it becomes a serious source of concern. Even the ones that investigated before, that now look at it. Even the corona inquest, all I want to know is how can you now accept? No, want to blame, want to indict or deliberately by not taking him to the hospital. But our excuse has now been refuted by Mohbad himself that alone with me, I love going to hospital. You choose not to take me to hospital because something happened to me. I cannot move. I was struggling to survive. My life was going out of me, and you all did nothing. My high boys was speaking.
Uncle Yomi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n rán yín létí ọ̀rọ̀ Spendy kan.
I'm not interrupting you yet.
Okay.
But if you say that they will come and say that Mohbad was mad at that time. He was in his vulnerable moment when he said he can go to the hospital.
Sorry, I didn't pick that well.
Yeah, I'm saying that if you see that Mohbad also confessed, they are believing what Mohbad said, that Mohbad is giving confession that he is speaking from the grave that Nairamarly beat him and this thing. But if you talk about the hospital issue now, they will change it and say that Mohbad was in his vulnerable moment. He wasn't at himself. That's why he said he can go to hospital. But he couldn't say he can go to hospital when he was
there's no way they could say that because they are the ones that actually threw that audio out to counter Nairamarly. However, he was speaking at that point with the manager. And he gave vivid account of everything that happened. And he even denied, he said, I didn't bite anybody from my house. So why would I get there and be biting? Do you understand?
And he said it's not a dog for him to be biting.
I said it's not a dog. And he confirmed again, he said, but now it's okay, fine, I need to go and treat myself. I have to protect my own life. I can't continue this way. You understand? He said, I can't continue this way. So basically, he has already confirmed that he has no resentment for hospital. Now, the question now is this: where did Wunmi come up with the idea? Now that they went to bring a nurse that is now looking like fake, that is where we should know that this is where we should hold her responsible for so many things. Now that Mohbad now went away, because you are trying to pin it, that give an excuse as to why you didn't take him to hospital that is very close to the house. You are trying to say the only reason you did not rush him to hospital is because he does not like hospital. But
Mr. Yomi, I'm sorry. I'm just from a platform. I'm from Timmy's platform. We were doing this. We were having a serious argument. Okay, they are saying that. I asked them, right? They said that the nurse came to Mohbad's house by was it they said that the nurse came to by one something. Okay. I think they said one something, right? Then they said
2:30.
Okay, they said that it wasn't true that the nurse went there by okay, Mr. Yomi. They said that the nurse said that she went there by, I think, I don't know, 12 something. 12 something.
2:30.
Oh no! Sorry. Let me not say this thing. Okay, they are saying that the Mohbad was brought to the hospital by 2:30. They said Mohbad was brought to Kurame Hospital by 2:30. So they said when they said that Mohbad was brought to Kurame Hospital by 2:30. So I asked them, since you are saying that Mohbad was brought to the hospital by 2:30 p.m. So who did the nurse go to treat by 2:30 p.m. in the house? They started changing it. They said no, Mohbad. They started changing it. They started changing the narrative, saying that no, Mohbad was brought to the hospital by 3:30, and then they announced his spying by 3:30. So I said, okay, you are saying Mohbad was brought to the hospital by 3:30, but in the CTC they said Mohbad was brought to the hospital by 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Are you trying to tell me that these people are telling me that everything happened within 30 minutes? The time that Mohbad, the nurse gave Mohbad the injection, the time that the nurse gave Mohbad the injection, the time they took to leave from the house to rush Mohbad to the hospital, and then they forgot they were saying that, oh, there was a hold up there was a traffic on the road. How then they concluded that within 1 hour time, they all within 1 hour, which is 4:30 p.m. That's how Mohbad end up in Kurame Hospital.
The point is this: I want to believe that the account that I know is that the nurse said she got to the estate around 2:30, and by the time she got to the house, maybe around 2:30, because it's just few minutes to get to the house, and there is no way she would have to go straight to business. And within the few moments of administering those injections and stuff like that, then according to them, their own script, Mohbad began to vomit, and as he had goosebumps, and then he started screaming that his heart is burning, and then the next thing, she ran out to go and look for antidote, and then before she could come back, they already rushing Mohbad into the car and to Kuramed Hospital. And according to Kuramed, they said they got to the hospital about past 3:26 or thereabouts, 3:26 p.m. or thereabouts. And the doctor, which I think a female doctor, according to what he told me, was around, it's got about over 7 years experience, that it was the doctor that tried to do one or two things, resuscitate, find a way, they put him on everything, they look for pulse, they put their machine, and Mohbad, no single pulse came up, that this person is already gone. What was this? What did you guys brought here? And they said, what we brought is a dead body, because there was no pulse to even start any treatment or anything. And they said, no, it can't be so. And they were asking, what happened to this person? They were just crying. What happened? What happened? And then he said, we're sorry, we can't admit him here. He died before you brought him here. And they left. And they want to go for second opinion. Said the Darusha said he's going for second opinion. And I was told categorically that they issued the doctor's report to the lawyer. So it means that probably the lawyer came with them or came after collect the doctor's report. And then Perez said they came to the hospital, but by 4:30, they certified Mohbad BID and that he was already at stage 3. Rigomotis are setting and is already at stage. So, and what I've been trying to say is that if Mohbad, had that kind of incident around 3 o'clock in the house, and they rushed him to Kuramed around 3:30. Now let's speak from 3:30, where they said Mohbad died in the hospital, according to them. 3:30, and before they get to Perez, is within 3:30 to 4:30 is 1 hour. That means before Perez could say Mohbad was dead by 4:30, they must have arrived there before 4:30. So that means under 40 minutes, they got to Perez. How can somebody that just died in Kuramed by 3:30 and then under 1 hour, Rigomotis has already set in? Rigomotis can set in under 1 hour. It can never happen scientifically. The person will still look like he was sleeping. So it clearly shows that if we had access to the doctor's report, because the doctor would not have lied on his own certificate. So the parents' doctor he knew what he saw. Even if we are not careful, if the police now do their job, the doctor will tell us the details of the things they saw in the body. And that would have been detailed in the doctor's report. So if proper police go back there on the order of the president, they know how to say, your hospital is go for it. Or if you don't do numbers, can you show us the CCTV? And they will tell the doctor, look at the CCTV. Look at what we are seeing in Mohbad's body. Let us see your doctor's report. Look at what we are seeing in the camera. How is this not included in your report? Because in the camera, it's about zoom. Because the dash up. So, we will see it in that CCTV. And if the doctor's report is now obtained, the doctor will go back to see what you get busy. Because everything you saw, you must put it in your doctor's report that this social patient was brought in at so time, and we noticed that the rigomotis are setting. He was brought in there, and we saw social mark in his body. We observed this and this. They use you to them and keep your own copy. So these police that we are going to be coming through now, they would have to do all these things, and they will do it because we just have to ensure that we get the full support and audience of this. Because all of them, they must account for what happened, and justice will be fully served. And I can tell you for free, we will get to the root of it and
It's Nairamarly's opponents that buy Mohbad in order to set up Nairamarly. Now, let's listen to K Solo.
These are justice alone. But I don't know why people are looking like the justice they are looking for is they should carry Nairamarly and nail him to the cross and bring him,
I was gonna ask.
They shouldn't take it they shouldn't look it in that.
Stop Nairamarly's lawyer to come and share his own part of the story. Say they no stone me na small remain.
So they shouldn't see it in that way. If anybody saw my interview on channels that almost turned people into something else, I said, you have
low battery, please charge.
And if you don't have a hand in it, the police too will not invite you. Having a hand in it does not mean that you actually killed that person. Having a hand in it did not mean that you buy him. Having a hand in it did not mean that, it means you are alleged and you're actually an accomplice. But in the middle of all, the truth of the matter is, even person will be say they catch gun for a person and wake on girl, where they catch for Sierra Leone some few days ago.
Now, before I say anything about this case, to those people that are saying that since I know too much about this Mohbad case, that I should go to the police station and report myself, I have agreed to go to the police station if these lovers will leave their page.
What's up, baby? No, very dark man. That's what they tell me. They send me to I should go and tell them in the station that I should take Mohbad's hand to the station. No, I won't put no ajirada.
Follow me to the station because they have been the one dropping different information about the case. So if people are certain that what this lover is saying, me and them will follow go panty. So this lover is ready. But other than that, if you don't have any other talk, you shut up. I'm not going anywhere. I will do my investigation wherever I like to do it. And nobody can do anything about it. Secondly, you heard what Portable said. Portable said they were trying to send Nairamarly. Now, this same case solo that said Nairamarly cannot tell him that he does not have a hand in the buying of Mohbad is coming now to say the justice that they want. He don't be change mouths. Let me tell you why these people are changing their mouth real quick. These people are changing their mouth because they know now that the boy don't get anything to do with them. Do you understand? They are not trying to place it. They are not trying to put themselves out. Kesolo, you are not escaping it. I've told you before. You people know what you people try to do in this country. You people try to use this moment.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ó kàn gba ọgbọ́n ni Ọlọ́run ọba àtàǹtí bá kàn jókòó sí.
ṣẹ́rí mọ́mì àti ọjọ́ tí Nairamarly ò ti sanwó fún fámìlì Wunmi mọ́
ọjọ́ iná ti sẹ́tẹ̀
ọjọ́ iná ti sẹ́tẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kí ó kúrò nínú Malian house yẹn. Mo ń sọ ní ìdá méjì gan àwọn EFCC tó lọ ká wọn mọ́ gan mo fẹ́ sọ pé sẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn tó fẹ́ kọ́mọ yẹn kúrò ń bẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé ńgbà tí àwọn kinní yẹn wà lọ́mọ yẹn padà fi bẹ̀ yẹn lẹ̀.
ẹ dàgbọ́ tí Dominica ní pé ó ní wọ́n béèrè lọ Wunmi pé báwo lè kúrò ń bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ní Wunmi sọ pé inú gọ́tà lòún rápá lágbà tó ń fi jáde síta.
ṣé ń gbọ́ mi mà ṣe rí ohun tó ṣé ó ṣe yẹ pé ó lè ṣẹ́rí tó lọ ká wọn mọ́lé yẹn ìgbà tó ga wọn ò sí lé wá ìgbà tó ga wọn ò sí lé náà lọ ká mọ́lé ẹni tán fẹ́ mú gangan wọ́n ti ṣe ẹni tán fẹ́ ṣe fún ààrẹ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nígbà tí wọ́n fi ilẹ̀
sí. No, Dasola ẹ má tell the wrong narrative o. Mohbad ò sí níbẹ̀ as at that time he was trying to show solidarity to his guys ó fi ibi tó wà lẹ̀ ó lọ ganu sí ni.
ó lọ bá wọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀sẹ̀dì náà.
kò sí kankan tí àdúrà lè sọ pé this is my usefulness in my brother's estate in his own stuff. ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ wo irú Brian sí Burna Boy ó mú yẹ ìtira. So the bitterness is already there that even in my brother's life ẹ tún wo only SIM card àbí ATM ọ̀tẹ̀lẹ́ni tó ní access to.
ọwọ́ DJ Bami ló wà ọwọ́ DJ Bami òun ló wà.
ẹ̀kọ́ tó wà ń bẹ̀ òun ni pé tó bá ti mọ̀ pé o fẹ́ keep ẹbí ẹ redundant or o fẹ́ kó ní kankan ní ṣe pẹ̀lú life ẹ don't bring them so close kọ́ wá mọ̀ pé this is how money you make this is your wealth nítorí pé tó bá ti lè entrust ẹ sọ́wọ́ aráàta kò sí ẹbí ẹ tí ò ní máa wò níwò pé can you imagine ó kọ̀ wá useless síbísíbí. At the end of the day, I was so disgusted when Mohbad tí sí Mohbad tó jẹ́ pé ngangan ló ní ògo orin. Ẹ̀yin wá sọ pé Mohbad o ngangan kọ́ ló kọ orin mọ́ o àdúrà ni wọ́n kọ orin mọ́. Kílẹ̀ tí ń bá àdúrà sọ. Wọ́n lò ní.
Àbí o kí o ti bá sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ God yọ mi ò ní kú.
Bóun lọ yọ̀bá tó sọ pé nǹkan báyìí
because tẹ bá gbọ́rọ̀ tí yáa yẹn sọ she came to my press conference she came to the press conference ó ní mi sọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad mobile ọ̀rọ̀ àdúrà ni mo sọ. I looked at her, I said did she realize that she is in front of the entire world, millions of people will be watching this. Now the question now is this tẹ bá wo body language all of them they became a common enemy and they are looking for a point. Taloma take a full fall. Talama Dile Lori. The fact that they have documentation about the disagreement. Nairamarly shit Mohbad. None of them could come up and say, Nairamarly Okongba Olori Mohbad. It's obvious that
anybody tó lè sọ.
Ibi tó yẹ káwọn èèyàn ti sọ tọrọ kò síbi tó sọ pé gbogbo ibi tó yẹ kí owó Mohbad ti bọ́ sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nígbà tó wà láyé Nairamarly deny ẹ̀ ló fàjà. There was nothing like that. As a matter of fact, Nairamarly was always responding. Okay, where is your money going? Go and get your own account. I don't want to send. I won't send to this again. Ko send this your account to Mohbad Wunmi. Oh, send second.
Mr. Yomi, the first thing to say, right? There is no record label in this entire world that would do a 50-50 deal with an artist.
It's because number one is King of the South. Yeah. When you are too good sometimes, you might be stubborn or you might like Agidio, but if you are too good, it will come back to hurt you sometimes.
Welcome back. A lot has been said. Opinions have been given. And, you know, at the end of the day, our perseverance and the attention to details that we have given, and of course the grace of God, and also many of us have in ourselves to be used, to be a tool. That is what has kept justice for Mohbad alive, and definitely that is what will give the results. That's what will give the results. I think with what Nairamarly has said and the position of the public on what he has said and people's thoughts, their views or their opinion on Mohbad's family. And the recent one is Wunmi's sister. Yeah. You know how she came out and made it look like she had something to say? Not until people busted her and they're like, hey, if you've got nothing to offer justice for Mohbad, don't waste our time. Don't waste our time. Karimo came out, say a lot of things. Now she had a conversation with Mohbad's sister, Blessing. You know, for a long time, Mohbad's sister had been so quiet. Maybe some might say, oh, she does not want to intrude, but then does it make sense? This is your brother who tattooed your name on his body.